Meghan Markle here.
Alright, so let's continue with my list. Today is October 31st, 2025. It is 6:30. This is video number 3. So let's continue. My goodness, my list was kind of long, but I talked too much on the previous 2 recordings. I'm trying to keep the recording to 30 minutes. Okay, next tweet. The plot thickens. Prince Andrew has been stripped of his titles and evicted from Royal Lodge. And other totally unrelated news, more than 100 court filings related to Jeffrey Epstein finances are being unsealed today by order of a federal judge. So this is why they had to run and put the release out first, because some of the squad, I believe video 1 or video 2, was saying, why did they make that statement on a Thursday of all days, usually on a Friday to let it calm down or whatever. Now that makes sense. And another front, I believe Royal Lodge will be William's home now that that Andrew has been evicted, and Forest Lodge will be Kate's home, although officially both will indicate they live together in Forest Lodge. Finally, we knew it. The toothless statement from the king with non-parliamentary, non-legal action was more PR games. This is the real tea. Okay? So this is that. I'll post this later on my community board. Next tweet. Let me get the recording out. I have so many other videos to edit from yesterday, I think. The statement. Quote, Their Majesties, His Majesty, the King, Buckingham Palace, Prince William. Oh, pick me. Yes, from the statement. I even questioned when I was reading the statement Buckingham Palace put out. Said, Their Majesty. I was like, what? Their Majesty? What Camila has to do with that? But it is what it is. Laughing my ass off. Bro, the king said, hot, not today, William. Not him naming Willie as having nothing to do with the title removal. Yeah, there were some headlines going that, Charles take years to solve the, not solving the Andrew situation, but William in just couple days, yeah, he solved it. But there is backtracking because it make noise as if William was doing something, but pretty much it's nothing. Now he's backtracking. Things have to go through Parliament. There's steps that needs to be taking place. And some of you who may not know the process, especially with the Devengers who's, so much after Harry's title, whatever they doing to remove Prince Andrew's title, this is the same process for Harry. Okay, even though Harry is not on the same boat and they should not be even compare or even mention Harry on the same sentence as Andrew. All right, but anyway, let's see here. Property on the Sandringham estate, however, the specifics regarding the move are unknown. Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, will make her own living arrangement after moving out of the royal grounds of Windsor Castle. It is understood the move was entirely known to the king and his advisors without pressure from the government or other family members such as Prince William. Sources told the Bell. They want to make sure to, yeah, I think Charles and Camilla wants to be the last monarchy in the UK. Starting tomorrow, the stories will begin that this decision is forced by the heir who already fulfilled the role of King William V behind the scene. He loves working behind the scene, LOL, and along with his ruthless wife are responsible for Randy Andy's downfall, LOL. If Chucky could truly easily pull Randy's princely title just like that, WikiLeaks heir position could possibly as easily be in the danger. Either William perform or the paper crown skips him. There's the laugh here. Yeah, they can't do anything. It has to go to Parliament, elected officials to do what needs to be done. And I think this is why they put Simon Case in that position. Okay, so to be eyes and ears when things starting to talk, so to give them a heads up. It's the same move. I said it. It wasn't written anywhere, but some part of it were in some places, and I just plugged them together. When Harry and Meghan were getting married, where they gave Meghan William's godmother as, what's the term they use? They have a specific name. To help Meghan to get dressed up or whatever. But when in fact what I think they put her there for is to be eyes and ears, what were being discussed between Harry and Meghan, to give the William or the monarchy a heads up. Okay, and this is where the tiara thing came into play. So many unnecessary things came into play to make their life a living hell. Alright, so Jason Kenoff is doing the same thing in Parliament. It's getting closer. Next tweet. Laughing my ass off. William is insane. He really is. No doubt William was incandescent with rage when the Queen invited Meghan on the royal train for a joint engagement literally the moment she married Anne, and it took Kate years to get a joint engagement with the Queen. Laughing my ass off. The squad are bringing receipt. He is so desperate to be talked about. We've seen the videos of her being irritated by their presence. Okay, Prince William wasn't very close with Queen Elizabeth for decades, but their relationship evolved from formal to warm. That's from page 6. Why Prince William wasn't very close to grandmother Queen Elizabeth for decades. I mean, you see, since he was young, his behavior, I mean, I don't know. Oh, he is a liar as a child. He spent a lot of it with Queen Mother and Queen Elizabeth II. He is such an attention seeker. Prince William is a national treasure. Only Americans don't understand this. Okay, that's fine. You could keep him. Whew, but we see him for who he is.
I would like to thank Lord Dyson and his team for the report. It is welcome that the BBC accepts Lord Dyson's findings in full, which are extremely concerning. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia, displayed woeful incompetence when investigating complaints and concerns about the programme, and were evasive in their reporting to the media and covered up what they knew from their internal investigation. It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others. It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation that I remember from those final years with her.
Things he has done. Unnecessary nonsense. Okay, laughing my ass off. So Charles is going to fund Andrew for the rest of his life, and then William will, and Charles gave Andrew hush money. OMG, you literally cannot make this up. Okay, so she retweeted that. King Charles knows to keep Andrew close so that he doesn't talk. Sky News understand Andrew will move to a property on the private Sandringham estate in Norfolk, with his future accommodation being privately funded by the king. Charles will also make a private financial provision for Andrew. But Charles did serious deep negotiation with Andrew, probably remind him of the threat Parliament security. Besides this, definitely William way reminding Charles to remove Andrew and monarchy secrets to help keep their financial and security on the down low. Could be. What's that? H. Harry had promised not to write a book in exchange for free accommodation. This cannot be H. Accommodation reckoned a minor on Sandringham private property, but will be declared crowned, so police cannot touch him. Bet he'll have security and at least one bodyguard when moving around, plus King giving him financial support. You think Chuck is also secretly paying off Fergie? Because we all know that woman will sing like a canary for the right price. I hope she spills eventually. He did fund a pedo quiz, so why not? Thank goodness Meghan left that ghetto years ago. The Windsors are the most ghetto people I've ever seen. I mean, if you have tabloid on speed dial and WhatsApp group chat, how special are you? And you know where the bodies are. This is just PR for Charles to try and stop the noise. He's not going to do anything to Andrew out of the normal. Alright, so we saw that there's something that's going to come out made public in the US. So the question then remains, who's going to live at the Royal Lodge? The lawyers have been hard at work for Andrew over the last couple of days. All right, let's go to the next tweet. They have money for everything, but when it comes to the paper, nothing. I think I have 4 more tweets. Okay, so this is where it was. Took a screenshot before they deleted it. Good morning, Britain. Allegation regarding Prince Andrew's past relationship with pedophile Jeffrey Epstein are placing growing pressure on the royal family. Now, a media outlet had said the whole House of Windsor is rotten to the core. So is it time to abolish the monarchy? Yes. 52% say yes. 47 is still pretty high. Exactly. More people took part in this than the YouGov trackers weighted sample of 2,161 participants. Okay, this is too small. If you could read it, there it is. Okay, I'm not even gonna try. I'll enlarge it when I put it, but you could pause your screen and read. Yes, that is, I think, clearer than the Brexit vote. Perhaps we could have a referendum and plaster how much we fund the royal family on the side of the bus. Yes, I voted. Overnight, I am convinced Prince William had a lot to do with that announcement last night, especially when people who follow Rich GB News are mostly monarchists. The true figure might be even higher. What is that? I cannot hear it, so forget that. Let's go to the next tweet. Let me pause for that so I could upload something on YouTube. Okay, I had to upload this. I didn't even make a thumbnails for it yet. Okay, back to this. Next tweet. When the king said he started the process of stripping Andrew's title, the process, alright, so there's this here. 1. The king informed the prime minister that he wants title removed. 2. The government must then decide whether to draft legislation. 3. If they agree, civil service lawyers, not courtiers, begin drafting a bill. I was chewing something, I almost choked. One thing I was gonna say, this is why they put Jason Kenoff. Is it Jason Kenoff? Simon Case. The position that he's in. The government must decide whether to draft legislation. 3. If they agree, civil service lawyers, not courtiers, begin drafting a bill. 4. Parliament is then asked to debate and vote on the bill. Only after both houses of Parliament, House of Lords, I think this is where they put Simon Case, House of Lords. Let me look it up because they just upgrade his position. Oh, what position is okay? Let me remove that. Is it Simon Case? Yeah, just got. I don't know. There he is here. Let's see if they respond. Okay, Simon Case' most recent official position was Cabinet Secretary and Head of Civil Service, a role he held until December 2024. He has since been appointed as the chair of the Timborough Delivery Board, a role focused on a £200 million fund to support Lmao, the home of the UK nuclear submarine. Okay, that's not okay. Okay, I changed the question. Is Simon Case part of House of Lords? I don't know. I just want to hear a yes or no. There it is here. Okay, he just got that. Yes, Simon Case is a part of the House of Lords as a life peer created Baron Case on July 17, 2025. He sits as a crossbencher, which is an independent member of the House. He was introduced to the House of Lords on July 22, 2025, wearing traditional scarlet robes. His life peerage was announced in June 17, 2025. What is the role of House of Lords? Okay, that's what okay, so Simon Case is there. He just received it. What is the role of House Lord? The House of Lords scrutinizes and revises proposal. There it is. Proposal laws check and challenges the government and holds debate on public policy. This is why they put him there. To talk for the king, for the institution. This is it. It acts as a revising chamber where its members who are appointed based on expertise rather than election. He was not elected. They appointed him for the monarchy. So when changes is happening, he's gonna protect the institution. Okay, so this is what I wanted to check, and I was right. My suspicion was right. All right, so there's that here. Only after both houses of parliament, House of Lords and House of Commons vote yes does the king give royal assent, making it law. Okay, this is exactly why they put Simon Case there, to protect the the institution. So when there is a debate, all his argument will be to protect the institution. The whole process can take between 6 to 12 months, and that if MPs care enough to prioritize it, but it can also stall and never happen. I can see this struggling for years, for days in the House of Lords, because this will affect them too at one point. It won't be a bill only for Andrew. These discussions have already been had between the Prime Minister and King before the announcement was made. The Prime Minister has a huge majority in the Commons, and the Commons has the final say. This legislation will pass unhindered. Titles are conferred by letters patent and will be removed the same way. Parliament not needed, though Parliament will be needed to remove him from the line of succession. In reality, he may as well be million in line. So for all that release publication, the government is actually the one that will remove the title, public being played. Yeah, I saw that. Go in video 1. Is Andrew removed from the line of succession and Councillor of State? I don't think so. I can see the response. Okay, after this, can you share the link section with the patent of Act 1917? I looked it up. Was it in this video or video 2? I want to read it too. Liz amended it recently. How was it amended? Andrew should be tried in court, not banished to their party home. Banishment, this is not 1621 G's. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All this I should be putting to my community, but there's so much to do. I have 2 more. All right, this is the squad now. I also like to point out the relative speed with which King Charles yanked Andrew's title makes me believe the same won't be done to Prince Harry and his family, because he had over 5 years to do so and hasn't yet. Charles didn't do anything. The only thing that he did, like I said, either video 1 or video 2, that letter they put out from Buckingham Palace is just a dog bone thrown to the public to go chase.
You desired squirrel!
You see? They get distracted. That squirrel kind of thing, to go chase it.
So that I may talk, squirrel!
He didn't do anything. Everything has to go through Parliament. Just keep an eye on how they are remove anything from Andrew, because the derangers keep on attaching Harry with Andrew. So the same process that they're doing for Andrew, it will be the same process for Harry. Okay? Charles won't, because he knows he's called a deadbeat father on social media. William, he will make an attempt at stripping Harry of his via Parliament. Fully agree, but I seriously don't think William has it in him, but we shall see. Okay, he definitely does. He's very petty. Okay, there's that. You know what? You're right. King Charles did it because he must have got info about some really damaging news coming out about Andy. That's in the States. There's some stuff about Jeffrey Epstein that's gonna be released. A court has wanted to make it public. With Harry, the only thing he can say are that they are no longer working royals. He can't mention interviews, book talking bad about monarchy because both he and Diana have done it. Exactly. There's literally no ground. There is no strong reason to strip the Sussexes of their title. If they do, they will have to do the same with every person with a noble title who does not work for the crown. Exactly. Those titles aren't going anywhere, to the dismay of the haters. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I love that you all can agree that the monarchy has the sole right of stripping title. Hopefully William will do it. No, the monarchy doesn't have the sole right. It's from Parliament. I'm so glad y'all have given up on saying King Charles will do it. I wonder how deep into William's reign it will take for the tide to change. So, okay, or it will be the brother. Alright, so I read enough where the monarchy has. William cannot do it. Charles cannot do it. It has to, with some of the thing I just shared, it has to go to Parliament. All right, next tweet. I have one more. Okay, a whole king and queen consort, yet they still felt the need to add a picture of Harry and Meghan. There's the picture here. Cameras capture a striking photo of King Charles and Queen Camila side by side in the rain. They had to. This is a freaking shame. They're trying to replicate, but they can never replicate Harry and Meghan. Published October 30th, 2025, yesterday. That Harry and Meghan ran pig still has them in a stranglehold. How many times have we seen William and Kate try to replicate it? Oh my God, there's that. Oh, all right, that's an ad. All right. Whatever's here. Notice the writer is a black woman. That's the rolling eye. Surely that's not a real picture. Someone has a good sense of humor. It's the engagement hook for clickbait money. All right. Next tweet, and this is my last one. Okay. Sometimes I come across random tweet responses that make me LOL. This is Richard Eden. Do we see a date? There's no date. I have genuinely been a supporter of Beatrice and Eugenie, but I can't see how they remain princesses when their father is no longer a prince. Andrew will remain a prince. Beatrice and Eugenie will remain princesses. All right? This is a fact. They are blood royal. They will remain. Whatever titles they may have, the York or any other titles that they may have, that's where Parliament needs to act and remove it. They were grandchildren of the monarch and the male line. I thought you were a royal expert. Exactly. Alright. I thought these idiots pride themselves on being monarchists. There's the laugh here. All these games, a born prince hereditary, is he forgetting they come from the male line? Then they shied outside for not knowing every little details of their custom on the protocols. They are not the sharpest tools in the shed, that's for sure. Maureen is right. Eugenie and Beatrice titles are from Andrew being a prince. He is no longer a prince. If there is no law supporting this and he really wants it, he could always approach Parliament to enact one. The whole thing with the prince, it needs to go to Parliament. You're wrong. It's because they are male line grandchildren of a British monarch, which entitled them to be titled under King George V, 1917 letter patent. Okay, I looked it up in one of my videos, either one or two. Okay, what a fool. There's that. LOL. Okay, whatever is here, that's it. Just because they won't be calling him Prince does not mean he isn't. He's the son of the late queen, the brother of now king. The only way he wouldn't be a prince is if the monarchy is dissolved, which means there will be no king, no queen, no princes, no princesses, duke or earl. Pretty much that. Knowing how Andy didn't pull Anne when his daughters were born as part of his negotiation with Chucky, their princesses status wouldn't be threatened. Just think of it as Andy dies socially. His daughters are his successors. If he has a son, he'll be the next Duke of York. Okay? He's setting the stage for William trying to take Harry's title and remove his children from the line of succession to keep them from being royal. And all of this, Parliament needs to do all of that. Nothing is written in stone with those inveterate liars, the royalists screaming that Andrew's title could not be removed without the parliamentary decree, yet without even a parliamentary debate, Pep is no longer a prince, but magically his daughters retain their titles. BS. Okay, so there's that. So that's that. It took me 3 videos to do all of this. This is one video, that's the one I just did, and this is video number 2 here, and 3. Video 2, video 1. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, let me get going. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.